Hey everybody, it's game time! My name is JJ and I've been playing so much Castlevania lately. The last couple days I've been playing Lament of Innocence here for the PS2 and I've completed all the other missions so far, but I thought I'd go and make a few videos about the last level so that I can show you uh, the last level and show you the last boss and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So it'll be in 3 parts because it's a little lengthy to go through an entire level. So we play as Leon Belmont. Castlevania Lament of Innocence, when it first came out, was a phenomenal Castlevania game. I'm not going to say that it's the best Castlevania game of the series. There are little points that are dragging, we'll call it. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of exploration involved in this game. You can beat the game with, about 85-90% completion, finding items and everything in every map. But there's a lot of stuff to explore even then, a bunch of secret items, a bunch of secret stuff that I haven't collected really yet. I'm on my way to fight the last boss now. If I want to keep exploring, I can keep exploring afterwards, you know what I mean, to get the extra stuff. But I always found that the whip physics in this game were really well done for its time. Like when this came out, it was like 2001, 2002. So it's a little bit dated now, but still stands up to this very day. Like it's still a really fun game to explore. The castle levels are phenomenal and the music is awesome in this game. So I thought I'd share it with you. We get to fight the Doppleganger. You fight him earlier in the game as well, but this is the last time you get to fight him. He's a pain in the ass. He likes to jump around. Like I was saying in my other Castlevania videos, I'm very reckless when it comes to video games. For some reason, I don't like using the block button as much as I should. You know what I mean? So it ends up costing me a whole lot of potions, and you know what I mean? That because I'm healing all the time. You know what I mean? But I don't die a whole lot. You know what I mean? So I just get stuck in corners and I get my ass handed to me sometimes. Ah, damn doppelganger. But Lament of Innocence has a lot of stuff to explore, a lot of items to get, you know what I mean? Some items you wouldn't even know were there, you know what I mean? Unless a certain enemy dropped it and you're like, oh, no way, that enemy dropped a relic or something like that. And there's a few enemies that drop specific items that only those enemies will drop if you keep fighting them and your luck's up and stuff like that. You can get the raccoon accessory that'll increase your luck, or you know what I mean? But like I said, you can finish the game without having most of the items or even all the orbs, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? I haven't fought the secret boss yet. You know what I mean? I like to explore and get everything first. Damn doppelganger, get off my ass! Um, but I have went back to some of the previous levels and completed some of them fully. You know what I mean? When you go there to the maps, when you check your map, it'll say that if the map is complete or not, which means that like being cleared is one thing, being complete is another. So complete means you found all the rooms, you found all the items that are in that level, you know what I mean? So it gives you a good idea of where you should be looking if you're missing stuff, you know what I mean? Um, Even Ronaldo in his shop, he'll start getting stuff over the course of the game in his shop, so you got to just check back with him, you know what I mean? Once you reach a certain percentage of your map, he'll start selling better armor and whatnot. The best being about 80%. You get the, I'm pretty sure it's the sun armor or whatnot, but it protects your defense up to 30% from enemy attacks, which is really good. I have it now, you know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to make it to the last boss, but this doppelganger is still kicking my ass. Ah, I'm going through most of my healing potions just fighting him, man. Oh well. Anyways, we got him. We're gonna get ourselves a new ability, which I don't use all of them all the time. Like I lose track of which abilities I do know and which ones I don't know. So we did the first little straight stretch of the Pagoda of the Misty Moon, and we're gonna keep going. Like I said, it's a long enough level, a little bit of journeying back and forth over a few areas, but we're just gonna. Oh, I hate being paralyzed and I hate being friggin' poisoned and stuff. Yeah, it sucks. But the controls are really good in this game. It's very responsive. Sometimes your whip goes where you don't want it to go. It's like you're aiming in one direction, but it goes to another. You know what I mean? But you get really good at aiming your whip. Like you can hit an enemy, twice and then turn around and hit another enemy. Then turn around again. It's just a matter of how good you are at aiming your whip. You know what I mean? The different sub weapons. I like to use the holy water for most of the game. I don't know why. I just I really like the area effect spell that it gives you, you know what I mean? So I use it a lot, especially because the game is fun as hell. But when you get surrounded by a buttload of enemies, it's frustrating because you can't move anywhere. They're constantly hitting you. That's how you're gonna die the most. Is, oh look, I've got half life, and then a bunch of enemies will just jump you in the corner, and they'll just continuously hit you until you die, and then you go back to your last save point. That's the piss off part, you know what I mean, about this game. But other than that, I just like exploring. It's very laid back, you know what I mean? Like you can take this game at your own pace, you know what I mean? Once you get to this hallway, I'd hit the right hand corridor first. It'll save you some backtracking later. That way you can get this right away and you don't have to come back later. You know what I mean? Because if you don't go this way first, you're going to get somewhere and it's going to tell you can't, and blah, blah, blah. Just go right first. So we need to get a certain little tablet there. Go to the Misty Moon, has a lot of backtracking. I suggest using magical tickets and stuff like that so you can travel back between Ronaldo and the save point that's in this level, so you don't have to keep walking back and forth all the time throughout this level, because it is a pain in the ass. But other than that, there is a few secrets to get in this level. I'm not focusing on secrets. I'm just here to beat the game this time around, you know what I mean? I'm at 88.4%, so I still have some stuff to explore and get, you know what I mean? I still have to fight the secret boss and whatnot and get my black orb. I've got the white orb, which I use. It makes my holy water have the aqua disc that you see me use. It's pretty sweet. And these guys, you can sit here and attack all of them, and they won't all die. You're looking for the one that's running away from you. You know what I mean? Like every one of them is trying to attack you except for one, and he's the one that you want to be attacking. So it's pretty sweet. Easy to know, and then they all die. Excuse me. So it works out pretty good. Let's keep on journeying here. And we get ourselves some items. We MP max up. Sweet deal. I won't argue. I love getting items. But it's a good game. Now this guy, I'm pretty sure this guy drops a really rare item as well. But I'm not going to worry about it right this instant. Like I said, I'm not worried about getting all the items and whatnot. I'm just trying to get to the end of the game. A lot of the levels in this game have a really nice atmosphere. You can tell that when they made this game, it was right after a lot of the Symphony of the Night hype, because a lot of the artwork is very similar, you know, with the relics and everything like that. The artwork, you know, just the wording and the atmosphere is very Symphony of the Night-ish, you know, so I really, really liked it. I did play Curse of Darkness, which is the one that came out after this one, but I didn't play it as much. Maybe I'll dive into that one a little bit more, you know what I mean? I haven't played it in a long time, so I haven't finished that one, you know what I mean, 100%, you know what I mean? So I would like to go back into Curse of Darkness, and, hey, damn little thing. I'm just going to jump down and jump back up. Mwah. You gotta look down, and you know, most of the time when you're at an area where you can be knocked down, something like this, there's usually an item at the bottom. You know what I mean? I'm not saying all the time, but I'll say most of the time there's either a money bag or a potion or something down there for you to collect. So we're just gonna keep going through here, and we're gonna dodge these laser beams. We've only got so much life and so many potions and stuff in this game. It's not like your typical RPG where you can just buy 99 potions and stuff. You got a maximum of 9 of each of your items and stuff. So use them wisely. If not, go back to Ronaldo's with your magical tickets and stuff so that you can come back. So by this point, you should be collecting a good amount of money. Once you reach the second floor, you want to go to the right again. Like I said, I was mistaken earlier. I thought we were on the second floor for a second there. You want to go to the right on the second floor, even though we went on the right earlier. And we're going to go, this is where we're going to go get our tablet. Save ourselves some running around. And like earlier in the game, if you've ever played this game, if you haven't been to a room and it's full of enemies, it'll usually lock you into the room until you've cleared all the enemies, and then from that point on, if you do enter this room, you'll be able to just skip through and walk right through the room if you don't feel like fighting the enemies. Sometimes it comes in handy, like I do it sometimes too. Like I just won't bother fighting the enemies because I just don't feel like it, you know what I mean? Depends how much money you need. Money is one of the things that's a little bit harder to get in this game. There are items that let you increase the amount of money you get, you know what I mean, using magic and MP and stuff, but money is a little bit harder to get. I wish they made it a little bit easier, but money is what gives you a reason to actually sit there and fight more than what you would probably fight, you know what I mean? If you didn't get money, really, if you didn't use money, you probably wouldn't, they'd probably have to force you to fight most of the fights, you know what I mean? Because hallways like this, sometimes I just don't feel like dealing with their shit, man. I'm getting the fuck out of here, you know? But you want money, right? You know what I mean? So killing enemies is what gets you money, and damn it, I hate it when there's too many enemies on the screen and they just friggin' totally plow you like this, man. Get away from me. But see, I'm getting $100 drops, you know? So, you know, yeah. Pays for your potions and all your magical tickets you're going to be using in this level. Because you're going to want to restock. Oh, sweet, money bag. Because you're going to want to restock before you hit the last boss anyways. So, alright, so we're working down our way down the right-hand side of the pagoda here. And we're going to go reach a big loop area with a bunch of enemies, of course. And we're going to do a big circle. There's going to be a room on the other side. We just got to make our way there. It doesn't matter which door you choose. You can choose one or the other. I'm going to do the entire loop anyway, so I'll end up coming out that other side. But you got to keep just fighting away, man. Fighting away. Stuff gets a little bit stronger. But these guys give you good money, so it's always worth fighting them. You gotta fight them anyways. Most rooms in the pagoda are locked as soon as you walk in, so you gotta fight all the enemies and stuff too. So use whatever abilities you feel like, you know what I mean? If you run out of potions and stuff, just use a magical ticket, head back to Ronaldo's, and yeah, come back after or whatnot. But it all depends on what how many items you picked up over the course of the game, you know what I mean, too. So if you got lots of hit points and a lot of magic and hearts and stuff like that, you should be good to go, you know what I mean? I think I have most of them. I think there's only one of the other 5 levels that I haven't cleared completely. I think it's the garden level. I just got a few things I gotta finish up in there, and no, wait, the waterfall level. I gotta finish up a couple things in there, but nothing drastic. And then I gotta just do a bit of exploring in some of the other levels from some of the secret items and whatnot. And since I've beaten the game, I'm gonna have to come back, and there's certain other items that become available as well. So we're gonna heal up and take out some more knights. Wow, Leon. Like I said, man, I'm very reckless. I don't even block as much as I should, you know what I mean? So I go through a lot of potions and stuff. Come on. Wow. Come here. These guys give you some good money too, man, usually. Come on. There you go. Hey, I'll take some wine. Why not? Healing items that you can't buy are always good to have as well. You know what I mean? I don't use them at all over the course of the game. I usually tend to save them for, you know, the last levels and stuff, the last bosses. That way you have that much extra healing stuff for you to heal, you know, when you're fighting Walter and you're fighting Death later in the game. Because, yeah, if you can't buy it, you know what I mean? You use it and you have to actually, you know, the mermen. The mermen are really good in the waterfall level, so they give you a bunch of meat and sushi and stuff, which heals you a lot. So it comes in handy later in the game when you're fighting, especially the crazy bosses and stuff. So what you got down here was number 4 in Roman numerals. So if you put it in there, it's not going to do nothing. So we got to go turn that 6, Roman numeral, and turn it into a 4. So that's why we wanted to come on this side first, collect that item, because now we get to go back to our save point and finish part 1. But we needed that item to turn it into a 4. I'll tell you what I'm talking about in just a few, and once we get to the room with the save point and stuff. But we'll just to, you know, clear some of the map, we're gonna go around the loop and kill some stuff, get a few extra bucks, you know what I mean? Wahaha. Hey, $100 is $100, man. Pays for my potions, pays for my magical tickets. I'll take it. But yeah, it's a good game. Good game. it's fast paced and slow paced at the same time. You know what I mean? These big bastards are a pain in the ass. I don't even bother sometimes. See what I mean? Like, I just forget it. Sometimes it's just not worth your time fighting them, man. I just clip through rooms. Sometimes I just feel like going from one point A to point B, you know? So I'm getting close to the end of the game, so money's starting to not really matter to me as much. Oh, I hate these zombies, man. No matter what you do, they interrupt whatever attacks you do. Come here. Oh, come on. Those zombies are starting to piss me off. But I like that aqua discs. It's got a good range. I use the accessory that decreases the amount of hearts that it uses to use your abilities. You know what I mean? So instead of using 10 hearts, that uses 7. And it's a good way to, you know, figure out what ability you like to use the most. You know, like I said, I like to use the holy water the most. I do like the other abilities and stuff. I just find this one the most handy. Get away from me, you. Bam, bam. Go Leon. But yeah, even though we're on our way to the end of the game, I haven't collected all the relics yet. I still got some exploring to do, but we'll make our way back. You know what I mean? Just because we're finishing the game doesn't mean I can't come back after and finish up. I still got to fight the Forgotten One, which is the secret boss. He's pretty tough, but I'll save that for another video down the line once I do some more grinding and some more completion. But we're just going to be on our way to our save point there, and we're going to get our tablet so that we can come back here in the next part of this video, in part 2. I always like to save my game somewhere where it's something fresh right away as soon as I get out of the save point. But we're going to go down this way this time instead of going to the right. We are going to go down to the bottom. We're not going to bother with that door yet. I'm going to get that door on the way back afterwards. So the first thing I want to do is go down to the bottom of the stairs. It's a pretty easy puzzle. You just got to hit all the switches there to open up that door in about, I think they give you about 20 seconds or something like that, but we'll get it after. No big deal. On a mission. So we've got another long hallway with 2 big giant ogres that I'm not even going to bother fighting. Waste my time. And we get to one of the main rooms in the middle of the Pagoda of the Misty Moon. And there's a room on either side and one main room that's going to lead up to a giant stairway and leads to the last boss. But we don't have the key or the dragon crest to use it yet. So if you get into this room and you hit the switch, it'll show you the altar getting flipped over and whatnot. So what you want to do is you want to put your 6 tablet in the middle, and you want to actually hit the switch so that it actually flips it and turns it into a 4 instead of a 6. So remember that tablet that we just left and we said we weren't going to put the 6 in there? Now we have the 4, and we can go back and we can put it back into the wall, and it'll open up us the door and get us the key that we need to go beat the last boss, which is through this door. So I'm going to end part 1 of Pagoda of the Misty Moon on that note. Please join me for part 2, which is going to come shortly as I'm making them. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We're going to save our game, and we're going to, you know, continue our journey on next time. Peace out. Happy gaming, everybody. Watcha! Castlevania!